So hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. That episode was seriously intense. Holy fuck. I said that I was going to do like a little, kind of like a review video I suppose. Just where I talk about the episode and my favourite parts, blah blah blah. Just because when I do reaction videos it's my first time viewing the episode. So first off, I don't pick up on a lot of things. Second off, I don't really have the time to say certain things as I'm watching the episode. Because I don't want to like, you know, get into a big long fucking spiel while I'm viewing it for the first time. So I'm going to do these little kind of like review videos I suppose on each episode, maybe a day or 2 days after the episode airs. So first of all, I hope you guys have noticed a change in quality because I have gotten myself a microphone. I got myself a blue snowball mic which is sitting just here off camera. I don't really want to move it because it's set up like proper. It's a blue snowball mic, so you know, they're supposed to be good microphone manufacturers. I also got a better camera. You guys know I was recording on my Sony Handycam and that camera finally gave up the ghost. It died. It wouldn't turn on, and then I was turning it on and the screen was just black and it just was not cooperating with me. So I got a Logitech webcam. I know a webcam doesn't seem like a smart idea, I suppose, for making videos, but it's really good quality, I think, in comparison to my last few videos where I really noticed a drop in quality for some fucking reason. I'm just a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist and I want things to look okay. So, we are upping our game, bitches. So yeah, if you want to leave some feedback, do you think it looks better? I think it does. I've been fiddling around with the settings on this webcam all fucking morning, and I think it looks a lot clearer and sharper and yeah, anyway. That fucking episode! Okay, so, how are we all doing after that episode? Because I wasn't expecting to get emotional at all, and that just, it fucked me up. I think it's because the acting was so fucking bang on. Like Chandler, Denai and Andy, they did an incredible job this episode. I wasn't expecting to be as emotional as I was, and a little sneaky bitch of a tear snuck out without me, you know, stopping it in time. I tried to suck the tears back into my eye ducts, my tear ducts, whatever they're called. It didn't work. So first of all, I think the acting was incredible. I think the visuals were incredible. Greg Nicotero directed this episode, and you would know. I have said before that I love Greg Nicotero. That guy is just my main bitch when it comes to The Walking Dead. I think he is the best director when it comes to The Walking Dead. He gets the show, and his episodes are so yes, bitch. Now, there's been like a mixed reaction. I mean, people are really fucking mad that Carl was killed off, and I get it. When a big character is killed off like that, especially if you like the character, it's like, you know, there's always backlash. But in a way, I feel like it was a good move. Now, don't start yelling at me in the comments. Give me a fucking hot second to explain. People were saying he's still alive in the comics. He's a story, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, but they can't make it a direct adaptation from the comics to screen because it would be boring. We've seen it in the past. They change up character storylines. They change up character arcs. They give certain storylines from one character to another on the show just to keep it fresh, to keep you interested in the show. If you were to watch the show and it was a direct line-by-line interpretation of the comics, it would be boring. It would be stale. You'd know what's coming. So I like the fact that they change things up and that they do shit like this. I mean, of course it sucks that Carol died. A character died. It's gonna suck no matter who the fuck it is. But I like the fact that they're doing shit like this because in the Walking Dead universe, like, I feel like realistically in real life, if this was a real life scenario, most of those characters would have died by now if they were real life people. So I feel like by killing off a main character like Carl, it's showing that nobody's safe. I don't mean in terms of the show, I mean in the terms of an apocalyptical world. Nobody is safe. So I love that they're trying to show that a little bit more. I mean, with Glenn and Abraham and Sasha and now Carl, they were pretty prominent characters in the show, and I find that by killing them off, it sucks because there's so many possibilities that their characters could have taken on. But at the same time, it's helping keep a little bit of realism in the show. So I don't know. I feel like the way Carl went out as well was very true to his character. I don't mean being bitten by a walker. I mean the fact that he put himself down. We saw Michonne's, you know, saying to him, no, it should be me. And Carl him doing it himself was, I feel like it stayed really true to his character because Carl in the later seasons became pretty independent. I mean, We kind of first got a glimpse of it with the whole pudding situation, that he went off by himself and he was like, oh, I can do this shit. So I feel like him putting himself down was just another prime example of Carl taking control of his own life, I guess, and making decisions for himself. And I feel like him putting himself down was the right thing to do, and I think it was beautifully done that we didn't see it on screen. The fact that we saw Michonne and Rick outside waiting to hear the gunshot and then you heard it, that was absolutely heartbreaking. And I feel like in a way we've come full circle because we saw him put Laurie down. We saw Laurie have that conversation with Carl where she had this big, deep, meaningful fucking conversation with him, and then we saw him have that conversation with Judith. The same way that he had sat and watched his mother kind of getting ready for death, Judith had to sit and watch him. Now yeah, she's still very young, she probably won't remember any of that fucking shit, or she can't really comprehend what's happening. I feel like watching Carl give Judith life advice, it was like coming full circle from watching him sit with his mother. And like, okay, this is probably like unpopular opinion, but I don't like the fact he gave Judith his hat. I get the symbolism behind it. I get the fact it's like passing on the torch. You know, Carl's departing the show, he's dying, he's given the hat to Judith. It's so symbolic of the fact that she is now going to grow up and kind of probably take on his role. I don't mean in terms of the show, I mean in terms of he's dying, he's like, hey, you're my baby sister, you're going to have to step into my boots someday, look after dad, blah blah blah, do the right thing. I get that it's symbolic, him giving her the hat, and I love the fact that he said that it gave him strength. I thought that was so beautiful. But still, that is Carl Grimes' hat. That hat should go to the grave with Carl. Side note, I hear my dog coming up the stairs. Lil! How you doing? Oh, I'm gonna try and get her up. So you guys haven't seen Lily in ages. She's due to be groomed, so she looks like a wild bush woman, but she is my bitch. She's my favourite thing in this fucking world. Lil, do you want to come up and say hello to the camera? Come up here to me. Come on. Oh, she's jumping. Come on, Lil. Come up, you hairy little bitch. Oh my god, you're so heavy. Okay. 1, 2. Sit up here. Look up here. What's up there? I'm gonna have to hold her up. Look how awkward she looks. What are you doing? I'm guessing the mic's picking up on her. She's sniffing the mic. She's like, what the fuck is this? This is new. Yeah, Lil, it's new. Now you can sit next to me while I record. Okay? Oh, fuck, there goes the mic. Okay, I'm paying more attention to my dog right now than the video. Me. Oh, you can kind of see her. That's her head down there in the corner. She doesn't like the cold weather and she gets really nervous when the weather gets bad. If you could just lie down there and be good, that would be great, Lynn. Oh, good woman yourself. Anyway, I talked about the hat being handed down, right? Something that I really loved as well was I loved the scene where Rick and Michonne, they're the only two left in the tunnel. I think at that point everyone else had left. But they're sitting next to Carl and there's a candle near Rick and the candle goes out. I loved that scene. Even though it was really morbid, it was obviously foreshadowing what was to come, like there's a light going out, someone's gonna die. I really loved that, and it really fucking hit me when that candle went out. I was like, oh fuck. Something else I really loved as well was I loved the conversation that Carl had with Michonne where he told her that she was his best friend. Oh my god, that absolutely broke. I think that's the moment that broke my heart completely. You agree, Lil? Did that break your heart too? Because I discussed it more in depth in my Carl video that I posted a few days ago. Michonne and Carl had a great fucking relationship and she already lost a son, and for her to lose another is just absolutely heartbreaking. Something else that really fucked me up in the moment was seeing Negan as like a farmer, just a basic farmer man. Lads, I wasn't fucking prepared to see him in that flash forward. That flash forward as well, it was like Carl's vision of the future. That Carl was saying to Rick, if people talk and are rational and solve things before they escalate, then everybody can live in peace. And somebody said it in the comments that it was quite a childish notion, and in a way I agree. But still, like Carl pointed out, Rick had done that before. He'd put down his gun before. If they could come to some kind of conclusion or some kind of agreement, or just, you know what I'm trying to say. Carl's version of the future is peaceful and calm and loving. And I don't think it's that unachievable. I mean, it is still kind of a crazy notion given where the show is now and how everybody stands. But I love that Carl had that hope for the future, that things could be better. And I think that little bit of hope is what kept him going. It's what kept him so content in his final moments, because once he got bit, he kind of dealt with it and moved on, and you could see him writing notes out to everyone so he got everything said, so nothing was left unsaid. And then he had that conversation with Rick and the conversation with Michonne. It's like he was okay with dying because he believed things would be okay for everybody else that was being left behind. I think if he sat down and thought, well, the future is kind of fucked, everyone's going to die, Negan's going to kill everyone, I think if he had that mindset, he wouldn't have been that at ease with dying. But yeah, seeing Negan in regular clothes, regular ass fucking clothes, had me like, what the fuck? Like, did they lock his leather jacket and Lucille up into the attic where he couldn't get them or some shit? That confused the shit out of me, man. I was like, really, let's get real here. Negan would not be fucking peaceful. Although we don't know, you know, what the future fucking holds of the show. All the comic book readers are going to be like, actually, in the comment section now. And of course, Siddiq, I made the comment that Siddiq better be a great character given the fact that he came into the show and then kind of inadvertently caused Carl's death. That was more kind of a sarcasm, offhand comment, but at the same time... What? But at the same time, Siddiq now has been introduced to the group because of Carl. Siddiq now kind of has a home and he has somewhat of a sense of security, but... So he does owe a lot to Carl, and of course he does feel like this fucking kid saved his life, which I guess he did. I feel like Siddiq is going to try and do some shit to honour Carl or to keep his memory alive. He's going to have a lot of guilt over that. My dog is the spittiest creature on this planet. She's in the corner going... But I feel like Siddiq is going to be one to watch in the coming episodes, how he deals with the grief, how he... I am getting a call. You shitting me? Hello?
Yeah, I'm supposed to get bad again tonight.
Yeah, there's a red warning for tonight, apparently. Oh, I've lost my trail of thought again now. But yeah, Siddiq's probably going to become one to watch. I think everybody is going to be affected by Carl's death, and like I've said before, I'm looking forward to seeing how each individual character deals with it. Carl doesn't want anybody to fly off the handle over his death, so it's going to be real fucking interesting to see if anybody does go absolutely apeshit. Just a few other things to touch on regarding this episode would be the whole Morgan situation. Jesus, Morgan ripping out someone's fucking guts up on the stage, and then that little child, I think his name was Henry, killing a fella because, you know, Morgan taught him how to use the stick. That raises the whole question of the kids that are raised in this world, what are they going to grow up to be like? With younger kids in The Walking Dead, they obviously have a problem with grasping the different extremities. You saw Carol trying to talk Morgan out of killing your man. So obviously Carol is very much in touch with her humanity. But this kid saw Morgan going to kill this fella and just presumed, oh yeah, well we must kill him so he must be bad. That kind of raises the question of how are you going to teach a kid right and wrong in this world when one moment you're telling them you have to defend yourself and learn how to protect yourself, but on the other hand it's like pick and choose your time and pick and choose your battles, if you know what I mean. You could see Ezekiel was even shocked by what this kid had done. But yeah, those are just some of my thoughts on this episode. I really did enjoy it. I thought Carl's send-off was lovely. It does suck that he's dead, but at the end of the day, it's an apocalyptic show. If you're not, you know, okay with watching characters die, maybe you shouldn't watch such an extreme show, I guess. But everyone's opinion is valid, so let me know what you're thinking down below in the comments. I know a lot of you guys did already let me know your thoughts on my reaction video. You've had a bit of time to think about it now. You had a bit of time to digest the episode and maybe rewatch it again. So your initial feelings when you watched the episode, are they still the same? But that's it for today. Yeah, I just played around with the webcam trying to get it to look good, I suppose, and I have the mic. It's just, I'm not great with technology, you guys. I'm not fucking great. So having something like a mic is like a big fucking deal to me. I'm like, wow, I have a microphone. That's it for today. I hope you guys have a lovely week and I will talk to you all soon.